What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I'm going to focus in on the Anaheim Ducks re-signing Ryan Kesler to a 6-year extension that'll pay him on average $6.8 million a season throughout the duration of the contract. No movement clause in the first 5 years of the deal, and a limited no trade clause in the last year of the contract. Let's be honest, I do not like this deal. He'll be 31 in November, I believe. That's sometime in the fall. And, yeah, I don't like it at all. I just think it's a ridiculous amount of money for a guy. I like Kesler as a player. It's a love-hate relationship. I love to have him on a team I root for. I hate watching him play against teams I like, and I don't like the diving and all that. You don't know how I feel. But he's a very, very productive NHL center. If you watched what I said last year when they made the trade, I like the way he fit in with what they needed in Anaheim is that second-line center behind Kesler to, really take the big face-offs, go out there against Anze Kopitar, Joe Thornton, John Taves, whoever, and, play a physical defensive game, and at the same time, put some points on the board. He did that last year, especially in the playoffs, so he played really well. But $6.8 million for a guy whose style of play really takes a toll on him. You can't take that many hits over that many years and not expect to have your body feel the after effects for a long time. It's just one of those unfortunate situations. But I think Anaheim's going to screw themselves over with this. And at no point during this contract will be a bargain. He's making the same amount of money as Bergeron, and it may sound hypocritical of me to love the Bergeron deal and hate this deal, but I don't see it, particularly with the amount of money they've tied up in Getzlaf and Corey Perry. And, you're hoping that the cap goes up significantly in, 3 to 4 years because, guys like, Vatanen and Lindholm, defensemen like that are going to need new contracts next summer. And, you look at the nucleus they've put together out there, it's like, you want to keep these young players in the mix, and you're going to have all these guys eating up a ton of cap space. I would have played it out with Kesler, to be honest with you. I would have tried to sign him right around 5 years, $5 million a season. But, I would run the risk of losing him to not totally screw up my salary cap situation, going forward. I mean, I think they'd have something like $23 million tied up between Perry, Getzlaf, and Kesler. I mean, that's a really, really top-heavy roster. And you look what's happened in Pittsburgh, with the amount of money they've tied up in Sid and Gino. They've had a tough time being able to put a good supporting cast. Unlike sitting in Pittsburgh with Tang, and you can put Flower in that mix as well. Find a good supporting cast to put around, and we'll see what happens with Kesler this season. But it's the same concept. I think that could happen in Anaheim. But the counter argument is the Chicago Blackhawks, who have invested a ton of money in their big three of Kane, Taves, and Duncan Keith, and obviously have reaped the benefits of that winning 3 Stanley Cups with that nucleus. But we'll see how it all breaks down. Anyway, that's all I can episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.